It's Friday! Yeah, so that was me completing my challenge slash punishment dancing around in several places on my campus, which was really, really awkward, but I did have a good time doing it. Particularly, I actually enjoyed the people staring at me, and I would just smile at them, and then they would sort of run away from me. That was hilarious for me. So, favorite childhood memory. I've thought about this basically all week, trying to decide a really fantastic childhood memory to tell you about. Then I remembered this one, and this one is fantastic. So when I was a little kid, I had an imaginary friend named Edra. And what's funny is I actually still remember exactly what he looked like, but that's not important. What is important is that one time when my grandfather was visiting us, we were going out to dinner, and I was in the car with my grandfather and my uncle, and my parents in the car were behind us. And when they tell the story, what they say is that all of a sudden they saw my grandfather's car swerve violently on the road and then right itself. What happened is I was in the car, we were just chilling, having a good time. I'm probably, like 7 or 8 years old, and all of a sudden I scream, we're on the highway, I scream, Edra, get out of the road. And my grandfather flips a shit because he doesn't know that Edra is my imaginary friend. He thinks there's some dude running out in the middle of the street. So he, swerves violently and rights himself, and then when we get to the restaurant, my grandfather gets out of the car and he's like, who the hell is Edra? I'm a troublemaker. Okay, here's another story that I really, really like. This is from when I was a baby, so I don't remember this, but this is still fantastic. My dad had just gotten a paycheck, and he had cashed the paycheck, and he was driving himself and little, toddler me home. I was in the back of the car. Being the odd little child that I was, I really, really loved money, so my dad had given me the envelope of money to hold because it made me happy. And then he started to notice a strange pattern, where he would hear a flap, 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 giggle, flap, 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 giggle. And he turned around to look at me. And I was holding a $20 bill out the window of the car. And then he turned back to the road, and then he turned back, and my hand was empty, and I was laughing. So then he's freaking out. He has no idea how much money I put out the window. He can't stop to go back. He has to get home, and he's just trying to figure out what he's going to tell my mom. So then finally, we arrive back at the house, and he's she's trying to be calm. He takes me out of the car seat. I have shoved upwards of $700 under my butt. That's right. I was such an obnoxious child that I was holding the money out the window, then sticking it under my butt and laughing to make my dad think I was throwing it out the window. Oh yeah. And also last week I was challenged to do a room tour, so we're going to do a little bit of that right now. This is the Lord of the Rings poster that's on the inside of my door. This is my collection of teddy bears, my bed with my purse on it. These are photos and painting and dream catchers, bookshelf, books and sketchbooks and DVDs, and my closet with all sorts of art and paintings and art on the walls, and those are my photos, and this is pretty much it. Yeah. Alright, ladies, and I think that's about it. Megan, I hope you are having a wonderful, amazing time at camp. Kat, your rapping was just about the best thing ever, I have to say. And Alex, I love you. Okay, girls, I will see you next week. Or will I?